Or Gregory of Nyssa, for example, will talk about the Garden of Eden. He makes this huge thing about how um, it says two trees are at the center of the garden. Well, that's impossible for two distinctly three-dimensional objects to be both at the center point at the same time. Uh, so what does it mean? And it goes into this whole allegorical or figurative interpretation of, well, what the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is really the fact that, I mean, it's a lot of things for him and for Maximus, who has a whole bunch of other interpretations to add on. But one of the things is that we never choose evil for its own sake unless it's presented to us as good. So the knowledge of the tree of good and evil is representing for us the fact that when we choose evil, we see it as good, and it's what he calls, quote, mixed knowledge. And so, like with Adam, who grabs the fruit and bites into it, thinking it will be good. It looked pleasing to the eyes, like healthy for you. What he bites into is poisonous for the soul. And so it's mixed knowledge. So he'll do that, right? So anyway, the point is, you could go to Eriugena in the 9th century, who says the tree of knowledge of good and evil is human nature itself, and he has a whole thing there. And then someone else will say, it's the cross, because this is where evil is exhausted, it is to say defeated, but also this is the very fount of life. It's the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and they're one tree, and it's the cross. So there's that, right? So there's the what they can do is show us that there is no reason a priori or in principle that taking Genesis to be the inspired word of God necessitates a literal reading or a purely historical reading of those texts.